YouTube family, what is up? Here is a check for $30,000. Okay, so let me see. Okay, there it is. You can see it. So this is one of a wholesale deal that we just recently closed. I'm going to share with you exactly how we found this deal and how I'm able to make $30,000 on it. All right, so I'm going to show you step by step and how I did it so you can copy and duplicate. Now, just 15 years ago, I was making $30,000 a year working at a JOB. So I'm sitting here to let you know that it's not how hard you work, but it's what you do for work, my friend, that will actually make you rich. I was working 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. Sometimes I even have to do overtime, and sometimes they call me in and I have to go and work on the weekend, which I hate. And there was a specific coworker that I work with, and he bullied me. I got bullied when I was in high school. I got bullied when I was at work. And the reason why he bullied me is because he worked there for 20 something years. And he was kind of like the supervisor. And just within 4 years of working at that company, I was almost making as much as he was making hourly, right? Almost as much. So one day, because I thought we were friends, so I shared it with him. I shared with him how much I make, right? Because I was just so happy. I didn't know that it upset him, and he got jealous and envy. So everything I do, he said it was wrong. I had to redo everything. So he's trying to slow me down because that company pays you based on basically how much you produce, right? Anyways, not like it matters, okay? But I'm sharing with you the backstory of how I got here today. And I mean, some of you can relate and some of you might not be able to relate to the story. And I want to share with you that, none of this happened overnight. It happens over time, right? The difference between a winner and a loser is winners, we never quit. All right? We never quit. Even through tough time, we figure a way out and we just keep pushing forward and we just keep going. All right? So let me share with you exactly how I turn my annual income, literally make this in a week, okay? Now, I also want to share this check with you. This is a rent check that I got from one of my rental property for $1,900. So those of you who's thinking about, passive income, wholesaling, or buying rental, which one do you prefer to get? Do you prefer to get this $30,000 every single month? Or do you prefer to get $1,900 every single month? I mean, we obviously know the answer. The answer is you want this because this is what's going to really change your life, right? $1,900 ain't going to do anything, but $30,000 a month, man, this camera, but $30,000 a month will change your life. So which means is you got to focus on increasing your active income. Stop thinking about passive. You got to get rich first before you can actually build wealth. What do you think about my smart coat? Anyways, let's move on. So this deal actually came from, let me share with you really quick. First off, the list came from vacant property. Now, this list came from vacant, but the owner of the property also happened to inherit the property. So whatever she sold the property for, it was her to keep, right? She gets all that money, profit to keep. And she didn't have any attachment to the property. She didn't have any settlement attachment. She just inherited. Now she just want to get rid of it. So let me share with you exactly where I got the list so you know. Like I said, I'm going to try to walk you through step by step. Okay? So the key is so you can just copy and then duplicate to get the same results. Now, I need you to understand that information does not equal transformation. Knowledge without execution will not change your bank account. So with that being said, you got to put in the work. I'll give you the info. You put in the work, okay? So here we go. So first off, this is where I get my data. It's called kingdata.ai. It's a software that we use to get all of my cash or all of my motivated seller lead. Kingdata.ai, right there. I also put the link in the descriptions if you just want to go there. But what we do, once you get here, you sign up. You to activate the vacant property list, the list that I'm about to show you, you probably have to have the pro account. which is going to cost you more. But if you don't have it, I'll also share with you another list that also got us deals as well, which you can get by signing up with just a basic account. But let me share with you the list that I got, okay? So once you sign up, your dashboard is going to look very similar to mine. All you need to do is click on property leads. It is very simple. The software is very friendly user. I'm not a high-tech guy, so if I can do this, you can too. And by the way, my VA is the one who's pulling all the lists. My job now is just, they set me appointments and I just call. I also want to let you know that we don't do cold calling anymore. We have changed our game plan now. Things change. Your business must adjust and it must adapt and it must change. Otherwise, you will get left behind. So all you do is once you click on there, you just put in the city and the states that you're in. So let's just, now this deal that not came from Seattle, Washington, but I just want to use Seattle, Washington as an example. Easy for me to spell. Seattle, Washington. Once you just put in the city, the states, or even the county that you're looking to wholesale in. After that, you just click on search and then you click on filter. Once you click on filter, you're going to get rid of others, get rid of apartments, get rid of townhouse, get rid of condos. We just want to focus on single family and multifamily. That is it. And then all you need to do is choose vacancy. So there's 1,552 people. After that, I even go down here, okay? And then I put in the AI score of 500, which means they're going to rank this property from 0 to 1,000, how likely it is for them to sell their house at a steep discount by leveraging AI. And AI does all the work where they'll pull all the data and they'll basically tell you. Now it comes down to 151 people. So instead, what we did is cold call all of those 151 people. I literally just went here and set up my direct mail campaign. So it's going to cost you about $1 a pop to send out your direct mail. Okay, which means it's going to cost you about $151. Okay, to set this mailing campaign up, and it's take you less than 5 minutes to set it up, and the company will automatically send it for you. Now, let's just say that you don't have the money to send out direct mail. The next thing you can do is just click on see results, and literally by having the software, you don't have to pay for skip tracing. It comes with it. Okay. There's no cost that you have to pay extra. My computer's a little slow, but it'll give all the contact information of the seller right here. You can call them, you can email them, and you can text them. I would do all three. And honestly, to go through 151 people, it's literally going to take you, I would say, less than 2 hours. Less than 2 hours. Okay, so there's the list. That's exactly where I got this motivated seller from. That list, okay? Now I'm going to share with you exactly how I'm able to found a buyer for the deal. Same thing. I'm also going to leverage King Data. That's where we get our cash buyer. But now what we're going to do is let's go ahead and refresh this again. Start back. Property leads. Now we're going to go in here and we're going to find our cash buyer. Go in Seattle, Washington. And then you click on filter. Now that we're looking for cash buyer, we're going to leave all of this. We're not going to take any of this out because we don't care if they buy apartment, townhouse, multifamily. As long as they buy with cash, we want them. And then you just click on cash buyer. There's 50,000 cash buyer, which is way too much. We obviously know that. So we're going to go down here, okay, and we're going to really, really filter it out to, hold on a second, listed date. Okay, we just want everything that sold within the last 3 months. Okay, there's 574. If you want it, be like, hey, you know what, just within the last month. There's 152. So all you need to do is click on this, see results, and then bam. Now you can start calling these right here, right? They bought it with cash, so you know that they're legit. I would call, text, I would also email them. That's it. That's exactly where we got our cash buyer. Now, when you call your cash buyer, some of you be like, well, Kong, what do I say? Well, just say, hey, my name is Kong. I'm a local investor as well. But hey, I saw you just purchased your property here at 123 Main Street. Hey, just to let you know, we just got another property under contract that we're not able to, that we are looking just to assign it. Don't use the word wholesale. Hey, that we're looking to assign it. I don't know if you might be interested in buying another, fixer upper or another deal or not. And then you just call, just pitch your deal. And then eventually you come across a buyer that will be like, yeah, you know what? I want it. So what you're going to do, the next step is set up the showing for the buyer to go out there and inspect the property. And then the buyer comes out there, inspect the property. They're good to go. Next thing, you're going to have them sign what's called an assignment contract. And all we're doing is we're just selling our rights, selling the contract over to them. And that's exactly what I did. Sell it over to them for $30,000 more than what I got under contract for. Okay. Manny said, can you pull a list from King Data? That's exactly what I just did, Manny. So now let me share with you. Let's just say if you cannot afford the pro account, now you can only afford the basic. And here is the list that I would target. And this list also got us deals as well. Okay. I'm just sharing with you what got us this one. But you just go to property leads. If you just have the basic account, here's what I would do. We're going to get rid of others, get rid of apartment, get rid of townhouse, get rid of condo. I want you guys to understand wholesaling is very simple. Find it, lock it, and then flip it. Those are the 3 steps. Find it, okay, lock it up, and then flip it. That's all you're doing. There's no buying, there's no fixing, so you don't have to come out a boatload of capital because we're not going to buy the property. We're not going to renovate the property. You don't have to deal with contractor, city, permit. You don't have to wait 4 to 6 months to get paid. This literally, we got done in like 15 days for $30,000, okay? So let's go here. Okay, so if I were you, if you have the basic account, I would target absentee owner. I would target tax delinquents. I would target free and clear. See, those are the one that's on the basic account. So here we're gonna go here. We're gonna go just with absentee owner. Okay. I don't know why here. Maybe let me refresh this. Okay, we're gonna go. Oh, okay. Let's go again. Let's put in Seattle. Maybe that's what I didn't do. Seattle, Washington. Bam. Click on filter. Get rid of others. Get rid of apartment, townhome, condo, and we're gonna go with absentee owner. Now there's 35,000 absentee owner, which is way too much. So I'm gonna show you exactly how to filter it out. So that way you're not blank marketing to 35,000 homeowner. That's going to cost you a lot. And it's going to take you a long time to actually go through them. So we're going to make sure that we're targeting and we're spending our time and a marketing dollar wisely. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to put in an AI score of 500. Once again, I like to use 500. They rank it from 0 to 1,000. 1,000 means obviously the higher the number you go, the smaller the list is going to get. So watch. Now we took it from 35,000 down to 1,500, right? But if I put in 700, so the AI score is that this software now gone down to 61, which is too little. So I like the 1,500. So we're going to go with 5, maybe even lower. Let's just go with, I'm just going to share with you some ways to filter this. If we put in 400, let's see. Okay, there's 3,152 people with an AI score of 400. So it ranked these property from 0 to 1,000. They took 40 years of data. They analyzed through their car payment, work histories, how much they make based on their income, based on their payments on their house. That's this software leverages AI, and we already know how intelligent AI is. They take 40 years of data, okay, and then they will jam pack it. And they will analyze and they'll tell you how likely these people out of the 3,500 or the 35,000 is likely to sell their property in the next 90 days at a discount. Isn't that crazy? It is wild. So it'll tell you 90 days before they would even get in pre-foreclosure or foreclosure. or tax delinquents or even divorce. I know it's wild. Can't explain why, but that's what AI does. Okay, so now we have a list of 3,152. And here I'm going to show you exactly how to narrow this list even more. So we're going to go owner type. We'll be like, hey, we want it to be individual. Like, a mom and pop that's on their personal name. So we bypass LLC, finance, government, and trust. I mean, you can choose trust and you can choose business. They're investors that will buy in business. But I'm just going to stick with individual. Okay. Okay, 2,354 people. And let's just say that you'll be like, you know what? I want them to be out-of-state owner. They're absentee, they're out-of-state. Because they can be in-state and absent, right? Now, that list came down to 138 people. So we really, really take the list from 35,000 and we dissect it down to 138 people. And if you click on it and you can start calling, you can start texting. And to go through 138 people of motivated seller, it shouldn't take you more than 2 hours. If you really focus, maybe like an hour and a half, but there you go. You never have to worry about paying for skip tracing. It comes with it. I would text, I would email, and I would also call them. But like I said, we now has convert our business not into cold calling anymore. We have stopped cold calling, and now we just focus on direct mail, text blast. That's what we're focusing on. And then all you do is click on direct mail, and you just kind of hit continue. You go through it. It'll take you through step by step, but under maybe like 5 minutes, under 10 minutes, you should have your direct mail campaign set up. And the nice thing about doing like direct mail is that if you have the capital, it becomes a fishing game, which means you're just waiting for the homeowner to call you. So let's just say that you go to work early or you have a busy day or busy schedule or whatever it is. All you send out your mailers and you just wait for the fish to bite. That's it. So if you have the capital, that's what I would love to do. I wouldn't sit there and pound the phone. It's not like it used to be anymore. I think things has changed a lot for us anyway in our market. Like cold calling it's not as effective anymore like it used to be. And now we're focused more on like, PPC, PPL, direct mail, text blasts. Yep, that's pretty much it. Okay. But that's exactly what I would do if I were you. Now, it doesn't matter if you have the basic plan or the pro plan, you have access to the cash buyer. Doesn't matter which plan. Okay. And you can upgrade, you can downgrade, you can cancel anytime you want. But that's pretty much it. All right. So I want you guys, if you're watching this, I want you to understand this. This was just 15 years ago. And it's crazy how I have this check in my hand because just 15 years ago, I was going through on YouTube. And at that time, I was really sick and tired of my JO to B. I'm looking for an escape, right? Like obviously to build a side hustle, to get in some extra income, and eventually just to quit, right? Just like maybe you're watching right now, maybe that's your goal. And I think that's a great goal to have because nobody wants to work for somebody else forever because you're not going to get rich by working at a JO to B. You're not going to become financially free. That's something that we both agree, right? So one day I was on YouTube and I saw this guy. He was just like I just did here. He was holding a check for $37,000 or $30,000. And then he was holding a contract. He's holding this piece of paper, just like I am doing it right now. I just want to make sure I cover everything. Just like this. Okay. And he was telling me, he's like, hey, I just made $30,000 in 1 month. And he said, hey, I only work like a few hours a week. And I said, come on, man. Shit, bro. Get out of here. And then I just flipped. And then for some reason, I came back. And and because I was like, dude, this got to be a scam. This is too good to be true. How can someone make what I make in a year in a month? Like it just doesn't make sense. But I was so sick and tired of where I was at. Right? I did not want to work there anymore. I was so fed up and I was just done. So I was like, man, let me just look into this. What the hell? What do I have to lose? So I went just like you, maybe I went down the rabbit hole, one YouTube after another YouTube video and listened to a bunch of podcasts, start joining a bunch of Facebook groups, start joining the local RIA. Then I realized that, damn, it's not just that guy. There's this guy, this girl, that girl. Like there were so much more people who were just closing deals, making money from this. I was like, damn, this is real. It has to be real. And then obviously my first 6 months, just like you, I struggled really, really hard. I was lost, confused, overwhelmed, and stressed out. And I remember praying to God, and I said, God, please guide me. Help me close that first deal. And I know once I close that first deal, dude, I'm going to blow it up. The rest would be history. And long story short, after 6 months, I closed my first deal. And then went on to do another deal, to now $100,000 a month. Now, I do want to let you know that none of this happened overnight. It happens over time. And it takes a massive amount of work. This is not a walk in a park. Okay? But if you're looking for a change, you're looking to build a second stream of income, then eventually, just like me, build up your wholesaling business to where you're making at least $25,000 a month, and then escape the J-O, the B, that you don't want to be there. If that is you, and you're struggling to close that first deal or that next deal, and you want to get into the game, we still got 3 months left, my friend, to crush this last quarter. And you don't have thousands of dollars to spend on courses, then I got this perfect community for you. So I recently launched my Skool Community, where I will give you the contract. I'll give you the script, which means for those of you, if you get on the phone, you don't have the confidence because you're afraid to lose a deal because you might not know what to say. You don't know how to negotiate. That's why you can't get properly on the contract. What if I can show you? I can turn you from a zero into a stone cold closer with my script. I'll show you what to say, how to overcome all their objections, how to negotiate, and put this property on the contract completely over the phone. Like I did this deal here for $30,000, never met the seller, never seen the property, never. Okay? You just need the right system, the right tools, the right guidance, and I know, my friend, you can do it. I'll also give you a step-by-step virtual wholesaling course showing you exactly how to do this. And I'll put you in a private community with other like-minded real estate hustlers just like you, just like me, with one mission. And that is to achieve financial freedom, to close their first or their next deal, and go on to doing one deal a month. And I'll give you all of that for less than what you pay for lunch. You ready? So, if you're ready, I recently just launched my Skool Community. Okay? So all you need to do is go to skool.com/WTM club. Now, I don't know when you see this video, but there's only 40 spots available. So once the 40 spots are taken, the price is going to go up. So I hope you make the cut, and good luck. But that is where I'll put you in there. You get the contract, scripts, courses. I put out new courses every single week. And then once a month, we also have a live Q&A to answer any questions that you got. Manny said, is there a way to pull the CVS list to use for text blasting? Manny, yes. You can, with the King data, Manny, you can export, you can pull the list, you can export it out into a CVS, and you can upload it into any dialer, any text platform you want. All right? I appreciate you guys for watching this. And once again, I hope this video does add value to you. And I just need you to understand that to have some faith, believe in yourself, have some confidence that you too can do this, my friend. I'm nothing more special than you. I'm a high school dropout. I used to live in a shed behind a mobile home park, driving a beat-up 1997 Honda Accord with over 200,000 miles on it. When my friends and family, some of them, not all of them, call me a loser and say that I would never going to amount to anything or succeed in life. And here I am, making $30,000 in a week. So to that, I say screw the hater, screw the naysayer, and screw the non-believer. Let my story, my friend, be the living proof that you too can do this. That whatever you put your mind to, my friend, you can accomplish. You can make your dreams become a reality. whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. But once again, information doesn't equal transformation. Knowledge without execution won't change your bank account, and it won't change your life. Until next time, I appreciate each and every single one of you that is here. But actually, before I go, I want to share one last thing with you, because a lot of you want to know what the Skool Community, what you actually really get in there, you know? So let me pull the screen up for you really quick here. Won't take much time, just so you know. So for those of you who decided to join the club, here's what the Skool Community is going to look like. The biggest thing you're going to do is you're going to, once you join, make sure you click on Classroom. And then here's all your resources. Here's your contract. Here's the script, 100 hours of cold calling training, your JV contract, access to all of these courses where I break it down very simple for you to understand exactly what it is that you need to do to close your first or your next deal completely remotely. So as you can see, you get access to all of this at no extra cost. You don't have to pay for anything else except for that monthly subscriptions to be a part of the club. And you can unsubscribe, uncancel anytime you want. Okay. But all of these are access for you, all for free. Okay. And then check the calendar, because in the calendar, look, we got a cold call role play day. We got a speed networking day. We got the master contract day, which we got Scott to help you review the contract. And then the other one is me once a month now. You get me once a month for a live Q&A. But most important, once you check out the classroom, is I want you to go and check out the community here. Okay, look at this course that I just launched. I show you exactly how to target certain neighborhood. So once again, so you're not wasting time targeting every single area. We really niche down. And all of these are exclusively for club member only, not for outsiders. So you won't see those on YouTube. So as you can see in here, you have seen, I think Alyssa and people are teaming up, right? Are closing deals left and right, putting property in a contract, closing deals. People are working together, business partner, fine. But this is a great community to be a part of, you know? So if you're looking for a badass community to be a part of, I can't think of anything else that is better than my Skool Community. Once again, the info's there. The choice is totally up to you. And if you decided to join the club, I want to welcome you into the Action Taker Club right there. And let's go get this money. I'm out. So go to skool.com/WTM Club.